Right, so welcome to an African mission with your brother Dubia Anzanse Inera of Vehepaha. Yeah, so today once again I'm here with my colleagues. We're all Africans, but unfortunately we found ourselves in no man's land or somebody's land. So I'm trying to find out from my brothers here about the possibility of we uniting our continent. Is it possible for us to unite our continent? Because what we all know is that Africa is the richest continent in the world. But because of our lack of unity, we are scattered all over the world. So I want to find out from my brothers, is it possible we can unite the continent of Africa? So brothers, you're welcome to One Africa Mission.
Thank you, sir.
So I don't know who to start with, but I just want to find out from you as brothers, as Africans, is it possible we can put aside our differences and unite the continent of Africa for our collective good as a people? I don't know who's going to take this first.
Okay, my brother.
Yeah.
All right. So, bro, what's your take on that?
So obviously, I go by the name but everyone knows me. So my take on this is basically, Africa is massive.
Yeah.
About 54
States, countries
together.
If you want to put it that.
The issue with Africa is, I feel like our maybe leaders, one,
Yeah.
two, our mentality,
Okay.
and three, our economic development.
Yeah.
So let's say some countries are more developed than others.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
And language differences. I mean,
Yeah.
we can all come together and speak different languages.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I say language differences, in terms of it might take people a while to kind
Yeah.
of initiate themselves in understanding people's languages.
Okay. To add up to what you're saying, One Africa Mission, we are proposing Swahili as a continental language because Swahili does not belong to anybody. Maybe if we're gonna use Fanti, maybe Frafra people will say no, Fanti no. If we're gonna use Zulu, but for Swahili, it doesn't belong to anybody. It was created by our forefathers. So talking about one language, we're proposing that we can use Swahili. So do you think like we can use Swahili as a continental language, just like the Chinese? They have different languages, but they are using Mandarin as their, yeah.
It's a possibility, but at the end of the day, it's a democratic world as well.
Yeah.
People need to come together and agree
Okay.
to that. And I don't think the majority would agree to that.
But do you think if we unite, it will benefit the continent, though?
It would, but
Yeah.
I don't think the possibility
Uh-huh.
of we uniting is actually available.
It's limited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as I said, economic-wise, some countries are way developed than
And
other
about
countries.
if you watch America, it's also the same thing. The 50 states, they were economically different. They have different economic powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they bring it together.
But the
That's why
question
when
is,
you
how
see
long
them
did it
voting,
take them?
huh?
How long did it take them? And are we patient enough to wait as Africa?
They had to fight a civil war to bring them together because they know that if they come together, it's going to be their collective good.
Yeah.
So, but for us, we don't intend to go into civil war because America has to force some of them
Yeah.
to join the union. But for us, we are advocating that if with our resources, the natural resources and the human resources, all of you here, your brains, if we are united, if your brain is to help the continent of Africa, I think Africa will be a force to be reckoned.
One question though.
Yeah.
Let's say South Africa.
Yes.
They're very developed.
Mhm.
Should we make it one Africa and like free migration from every country? Don't you think there will be a lot of pressure on them because everyone would want to go there and establish?
No, I think if we do that right, that's when we will stop the economic migration because the resources of our continent will now benefit every state.
Okay.
You understand? But for now, because we are weak, remember the continent of Africa was divided in Berlin. Europeans went to Berlin and divide Africa just to keep us at the bottom of the human race. So if we, and to continue to take our resources for free, if we develop the continent or if we come together, the resources of Ghana will now benefit Ghana. The resources of Togo will now benefit Togo. But I want to hear the rest of you, your take. You know, what do you think, bro?
To me, I think 70% of Africans are not educated.
Yeah.
So I think education is a big thing.
So education is key.
Yeah, it's a key. And then our elders,
Come. All right.
and our leaders, you know, they are corrupt.
Yeah.
So it'll be very hard.
Okay.
It will be very hard for us to.
But what about
unite as one.
we the citizens? Yeah, we like. Do you think like if we can demand unity from our leaders, we can get it?
We can, but as I said,
Yes.
70% of the people are not educated.
Okay.
They're
So
not ready to learn.
Yeah.
So how do we even unite?
how do we start the unity?
Yeah.
So it's
So
all about
we-
this,
yeah.
and this is the education that
Yes,
we're doing.
yes.
Yeah, this is what One Africa Mission we trying to embark, going around the 50 states in Africa, speaking to the people, trying to educate them to see the need for us to unite, because we believe that the only way we can overcome the challenges that we have is through unity. Chief, what is your take on that?
To be honest,
Yeah.
so
I
far
think
as the
it will
white
never happen.
supremacy, I don't think.
I think it will never happen.
In your
The
opinion,
reason
you-
why I'm saying it will never happen,
Yeah.
if you take Ghana for instance,
Ghana. Yeah.
it's very hard for Ashanti people to accept all
Yeah.
the tribes.
Okay.
No, that's a lie.
You're talking about
No,
tribalism.
in general,
Tribalism is
I'm saying in general, it's
Yeah,
very hard
tribalism is a
because
problem.
between we
Yeah.
Ghanaians,
Yeah.
there is a racism.
Yeah.
If
Tribalism.
you are a Northerner,
Yeah.
you are that, you are that, you are that.
It's true. You're
So
making a very good
how,
point.
how are you going
Going
to
to
make
put
people
aside.
to unite if they don't accept themselves?
But the thing is, in Ghana, you are different tribes, but you still call yourself.
Yeah,
Chief. So what is your take on like the unity of our continent? Like, what do you think?
It's a good idea though.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna happen now
No, you don't think. And what's your reason?
because of our mentality.
The mentality.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
so-
our mental. You have to emancipate
Emancipate
ourselves
ourselves.
from
We
mental
are very
slavery.
shallow-minded.
Yeah. But like, collectively, we are focusing on the benefits of that. Do you think like though?
It will benefit,
yeah, it will benefit us.
Obviously,
Unity will benefit us.
Unity will benefit us.
Like free movement of goods, like having one passport for the continent, everybody using the same passport.
Yeah,
moving
therefore-
free.
Yeah,
Therefore,
but-
it will-
but
But
there are
saying
some
that,
cons on
saying that,
Yeah.
you also have to know the white supremacy is not going to let this happen.
No, but if yeah,
Gaddafi tried,
mhm.
it
Yeah,
happened.
Nkrumah tried.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We're
now
not going to let it happen.
but
Why-
do
why-
are we not human beings just like
Yeah,
them? Must
why-
we allow them not to let it happen? Because
Are we ready to fight them?
huh? Must we first fight them to unite ourselves?
Yes, Americans did the same thing to own themselves.
They fight among themselves
England
to
did the same
unite.
thing.
They fight among themselves, like the European Union. Okay, like right now,
But we
President
have
Trump.
AU though,
Yeah.
African Union.
No, yeah.
Still
Yeah. So we have the African Union. The chair of the African Union is more or less like the president of Africa.
Yeah.
Example like today, President Trump, he's imposing tariffs on everybody. Everybody is talking. Africa cannot talk because we are divided. We are thinking that imagine if we were also one country, we can also have a say. But because we are not one country, because we don't have the power, the European Union is talking, China is talking, but we are just quiet. So like, what is your take? Like,
Let's not forget
Mhm.
security reasons as well.
security.
You understand?
Yeah.
Some countries are more like developed
Can
and
you-
have a lot of security than
Can
others.
you go
know
against
that.
your master?
Yeah. Who is my master then?
White people are your master.
Like, do they have? Why are they not Chinese? They are
They
master.
own all
I-
your resources.
I don't think.
Yeah,
I don't
and that
think
is what-
Africans-
all your
And that's what
resources.
we are saying.
But we are
What
not
can we
independent.
do
It's
so that our
because of-
resources will be ours? And then there's an example what is going on in the Sahel,
One, the thing is Africa independent?
Hmm?
Are they independent?
Africa.
Yeah.
We're, like, that is the independence we are looking for by uniting the continent.
So one, we are not independent. Yeah.
Africa is
No.
reliant.
So we are not independent.
It's a big issue.
we are reliant on Europe.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Because some people went to Berlin and and petition Africa so that we will continue to rely on them. And for how long are we going to? What are the solutions? That's what we're looking for.
Do you think we have good leaders enough to champion this cause?
Maybe me and you will be those to champion that.
I think we have one. I think
We have those in the Sahel. What do you
But,
think? Like those in the Sahel? Okay, what about those in the Sahel? What
Remember, we Africans will go against them.
we work against. So we
We'll
are
sell-
our own
we'll sell them
enemies.
out.
Yeah.
So we are our own enemies.
Yes. So how will you make that happen?
All right. So
we have to emancipate ourselves.
I'm telling you.
So what my brothers here are saying is that, like, if we were to unite it, it would be a good idea. It will benefit us. But unfortunately, with the way we are structured as African people, tribalism, religious differences, whatever, it is going to take a serious education for us to understand the need for us to unite. Just as the Americans, they saw the need for them to unite. Today, they bully everybody on this planet Earth because of unity. We too, if we want to be taken serious as African people, we must take the education of unity serious, so that at the end of the day, we can leave a legacy for future generations to have opportunities to explore the continent and enjoy the
I
continent
have
of
one question.
Africa.
Wait. At the beginning, you said Africa is a rich continent.
The richest continent
Is
in the
that
world.
true?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
How?
You see,
and how are they
hands
suffering?
down.
And you see, and that,
And how are they suffering then?
that is the
You are not
problem.
rich then.
Yeah,
So don't
and
say
you
Africa
see,
is
and
rich.
that is where the problem is. We ourselves, we don't even know that we own the richest continent on this planet Earth. It's a deliberate thing. Let us unite to see a better Africa, not just for us, but for the next generation of Africans. I thank you all, my brothers, for coming around. This is the kind of education we need. Thank you very much, bro. Bless you. Bro, you didn't say anything.